Hi everyone, welcome to the sprints. Let me just do my usual sharing on social so more people can join my sprints. Hold on. Okay. Done. Discord, starting with Discord. Okay, just sharing. Wait, I shared it on Instagram story. Okay, sharing live channel share. Real life. Okay, let me just type in. We are reading tonight. We're reading tonight and reading. Okay. See you. So, what is everyone going to be reading tonight? Because happy to share. So, I'm going to share what I'll be reading. Hold on. I am just filming for some so reading vlog, a quick reading vlog. So, let me just set that up. Okay. So, while everyone else is joining and like, because I know some friends will be joining these sprints tonight, they just finishing up dinner and stuff. But as for me, I am still currently reading, and I will be reading the same book that I have been reading like last week during my sprints as well. And it's Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. I am not even halfway through the book yet, so I really want to be able to make a dent on this book today. And it's more of like I haven't been reading it this week because I've been so busy, like just so preoccupied that even though I have the book with me, like I have the Kindle and I brought it with me to work, I still wasn't able to make a dent on this book, mostly because I was busy. So it's not for the lack of entertainment or for the lack of interest in this book. It's more of like I just needed time. So I scheduled sprints tonight and on Tuesday since it's going to be a holiday for us here in the Philippines. So have that for us, and I hope you guys will also share what you are going to be reading or doing today. So with that, I will be doing maybe 4 to 5 sprints tonight. It depends because I will be doing a bit of work as well during the sprints. So I am thinking of doing maybe up to 5 sprints. So we'll see about that. Not a threat. I didn't mean to make it like sound so threatening. Oh, she's here. Hi, Bea. I thought you're still having dinner. So make sure you finish up dinner first. Ooh, the one from Ateneo Press. Oh my gosh, it's Angas, Mga Tula by Paulo Kiaosas. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Okay, see you on April 5. Yes! Oh my gosh, girl, I missed you. Like, I haven't seen you in quite a while. So, I am looking forward to that. It's going to be this coming week, right? So, the days are like morphing in my head. So, like, can you believe March is both long and almost over? Like, March felt like 6 months for me. But at the same time, it flew by very quickly, mostly because I've been busy. And okay, yeah, April 5 is this coming week. So I will see you then. You didn't have to, but I welcome it. Oh, there are two Pams, so I won't tell the other Pam. Other Pam, so that's why I've been doing solo sprints. The other Pam has been busy with her family. They're over here in the Philippines, so they are spending as much time together as they can. So maybe our usual programming of joint sprints together will happen again on next week or next week. Scrubs with me, so I will make sure mag-Lysol ko. Or like, yung Vitres na parang spray to freshen up and stuff. What's happening on April 5? So there's an event by Fully Booked, which coincides with the event that you shared with me, actually, Louis. So you shared with me also an April 5 event, which is a book nook event. But I will be going to the Fully Booked one, which is like for the World Bookworm Day or World Book Day. So happens every year. And actually, Fully Booked is having like this giveaway for that same event, and it's over at their Instagram and their Facebook. So they will pick lucky bookworms to also join the event. So it's over at their pages. Or is yeah, so she's been preoccupied with her family. Understandable. As long as I see you, I'm good. Coincides with, yes, the Water Moon event. It's the one with Book Nook, right? The one that you shared with me. And yeah, as much as I also want to go to Water Moon, I only have one body, unfortunately. And other friends will be joining the World Bookworm Day as well, so I will go there. So this upcoming week is also going to be like very busy. I have some work events to do and like just generally a lot of work stuff to do. So what is everyone going to be reading before I look at the comments? I know Bea is going to be reading the Ateneo Press title, which is Angas, collection of poems. And again, as for me, I will continue reading Sunrise on the Reaping. I haven't been able to read at all like this week. Only a few pages maybe, but not as extensive as when I'm doing sprints, which is like heaven sent. Like this is why I love doing sprints, even though I haven't been able to read the whole week. As long as I have that, like those few hours of doing sprints, I'm good. Like that's like reading, that's like bulking up what I read within the week to like just one reading session. Hi Emma and welcome back to the sprints. My internet is not cooperating. Understandable. I'm actually worried about my internet connection because like I don't know how to explain it, but when my doors are closed, my door is closed, the internet just sucks more. What time is the one in Fully Book? I think I saw it, but don't recall the time. I think it's 3 p.m. to 5. So I'm not sure about the Water Moon event, what time it is. So oh, wait. Is it because the Water Moon one I saw was posted by National Bookstore? I'm confused, but I know there is a Water Moon event on April 5 as well. Ooh. Okay. Also sent Water Moon event. I don't think she's gonna be able to make it if like she's busy with her family, but very same. Oh, okay. But it's definitely not at like the venue where we're gonna be, right? Can we see each other after the event? I plan to go to Flea Booked High Street branch after. Sure. Let's just let's just do Instagram chat once it's over. So we can have quick coffee maybe. I told Bea about this already because like I won't be able to stay for dinner because I still have to go home to Bulacan after. So definitely won't be able to like stay for long. Maybe a bit of coffee like for 30 minutes after the event because like your girl is from the north. So Tiffany, hello, welcome to the Sprints. It's my first time seeing you in my Sprints. You are reading The Ornithologist's Field Guide to Love. Am I to assume ornithologists? Wait, am I spelling that correctly? Ornithologist, ornithologists. Thologist. I am okay. Ooh, I see it. I see the cover. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, it's romance, historical fantasy. So it's historical romance. And the first word that I see in the blurb is rival. Rival ornithologist. So am I to assume this is also like rivals to lovers type of book? It's a made up word. I was like, what is an ornithologist? Because I was like, wait. Oh, it's real. A person who studies or is an expert on birds. It's called an ornithologist. Ornithologist or ornologist? Ornithology. Yeah. Okay. It's a real thing. Might be reading a Phil literature, Cuentong Butsero by J.L. Chua. I have been seeing this all over. I've been seeing this all over my feed ever since PBF's like wrapped up. So I'm very curious about this as well. And with that, maybe we should start sprint number 1 so we can do a lot of reading. I will actually be having dinner during the sprints, maybe on my second sprint. So if you see me eating, close your eyes. But yeah, again, I'll be reading Sunrise and the Reaping. I am going to be starting at page. Wait, what's wrong? Page 123. Look at the tabs that I have so far of Sunrise and the Reaping. Oh my gosh. And the notes that I have, girl, I'm not even halfway through the book. So we'll see about that. And let me just set up sprint number 1. Wait, let me remove the ticker. So for those who are still undecided on what they're going to be reading, let me know what you're going to be reading. And I will see you in 40 minutes, everyone. Happy reading. Hi everyone. How was sprint number 1 for everyone? Hold on, let me just adjust my visuals here. Yeah. So I was able to read some pages. Like I got to read to page 137 of Sunrise on the Reaping. Not much. I was a bit distracted. I was doing a bit of work. And how is everyone else's? I still love the book. Like I am really loving I'm really enjoying my time reading Sunrise on the Reaping. So let me just check everyone else's comments. Hold on. Hi, Keith. Welcome to the Spirits. Currently out and about to a local cafe reading yours truly. Abby Jimenez. Am I correct? Is it an Abby Jimenez book? I wish I could be reading Sunrise on the Reaping, but waiting to get a physical copy. Yeah, it's been difficult. It was difficult to get a copy of this book. Like, I had to call a lot of bookstores just to get a copy within the day that I wanted to get it. And I was really looking forward to the paperback version instead, but I assume it's not going to be out until like on a later date. So I am not much of a hardbound girly, mostly for like pricing reasons, but I was gifted a gift card, so I was able to use it on this one. Hi, Vanna! Welcome to the Sprints. Kathy brought me here, and I'm going to read a Pinoy sci fi book. Which one are you going to be reading specifically? Let me know. And usually during the sprints, I search them up. I search them up while we're having a chat. Wait, why is my layout weird? Okay. Hi, Angel. You are also brought here by Keith. Hello. Welcome to the Sprints. Will you be reading or doing something else? So, since we have some newcomers in the sprints, let me just explain briefly what goes on during sprints. So, we just finished sprint number 1, and usually per sprint, per interval, we read around 40 minutes each sprint. And then we do this kind of chats in between, like some chismisan, some chatting, usually to talk about the books that we're currently reading. Or if you're not reading, everyone's not pressured to read. You can do something productive. You can use the sprint as a background noise or wherever you're doing. Yeah, let me know what you're going to be doing. We have 3 more sprints to go. I was mentioning earlier if I should do like a total of 5 sprints. So usually I do just 4, but since I want to be able to read more tonight because I'm also doing a bit of work, I want to be able to read some more. So maybe it depends. I'm gonna do total of 5 sprints today. Thanks for bringing them here, Keith. The influence. Hi, friends. Welcome to the Sprints. It's your first time here. I see. Again, if you're going to be reading, doing something else, do feel free to share. Hi, Devin. Good morning from Florida. It's been a while since I've popped in. Yeah, it's been a long while. Good morning, and it's the evening for us. Again, I'm from the Philippines. It's currently 8:34 p.m. over here. How's the weather, or how's everything going in Florida? Will you be reading with us today, or will you be doing something else? Hi, Jessica. Hello. Let me inform you that I am still reading Sunrise on the Reaping. So during the last sprint, Jessica is the only one I know who was also reading Sunrise on the Reaping, and she's done with this. But I was kind of screaming at her for like whatever reason because of this book. And girl, I am currently in part 2. I started part 2. It's becoming juicy. I was like, how Suzanne Collins ended part 1? I was like, how does she keep doing this every time? Like, how does she keep getting away with this? Bea has finished Angas, Mga Tula by Paolo Tiausas. I am so sorry. Let me know if I'm pronouncing that correctly or how to pronounce this. That was quick. Although I get that the book is kind of thin as well because I saw it in person during the book fest. 4 stars for you. That's still good. Would you recommend it to me though? And what are the poems about? Like, is there a central theme to the poems? Hello there. I'm currently cleaning my room. It's so hard to rearrange books from my shelf. I feel that. I don't usually rearrange my books in my shelf. Like, usually, how they're there, that's already how they're going to be forever, unless I get a new shelf or something, unless I have to make a video and like take out a bunch of books and be like, you know what? let me rearrange some of my books. Admittedly, I don't even like clean much of my books because it just takes so long, takes so much effort. And not that I have like thousands of books, but like it's a lot enough to warrant my laziness over cleaning them. Hi, Keith. It's been a while. Ugh, it's been a while. I haven't seen you. I didn't see you during PBF though, the book fest. So how are you? Heard nothing but good things about it. Sorry, just jumped back, but got distracted by the cat asking for a bite of my pizza. Deserve. The cat deserves the pizza as long as they're allowed. Yes, I surprising. Although I actively don't search for reviews yet or like watch videos because I might get spoiled. So I am not sure yet if this is being like that. This has good reception from other bookish people. Hi, Diane. Currently listening to Know My Name by Shenanigans. Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna read some more comments before we start sprint number two. But Know My Name. So it's the book of the month for Talk Bookish to Me, and I love Know My Name. Like it's coming from someone who can relate to what Chanel is talking about. I'm not going to go into details, but it was very triggering. It was a very eye opening book from Chanel Miller and partnered with how raw and like how amazing she writes. Hands down, still one of my favorite books of all time. Can't let you know the Pinoy sci-fi because it's part of a relay box I'm passing around in my book club. Oh, Book Chicas! It's a mystery book. No problem, no problem. It's okay. Although I follow Book Chicas on Instagram, so should I do a bit of investigating? Devon is finishing up some Kickstarter things. Your duology launches this week, April 2nd. Then I'll pick up Priory of the Orange Tree. Oh, a chunky book. Um, would you mind sharing your duology down in the comments so we can check it out as well? Because like all of us are readers here. Reading Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. Yes. So just gonna go through some more comments before we start season two. I was reading Jessica's comments and anyway, before we start sprint number two, I'm doing some chores at the moment, watching Yellow Jackets season 3. Yellow Jackets show. Have I seen this? Ooh, is this cultish-ish? Is this talented high school survive a plane crash deep in the Ontario wilderness? Ooh, it's psychological horror mystery thriller survival. Interesting. I'll check it out later. Um, I will set up sprint number 2. So hold on. We will do 40 minutes again and then meet each other to chat again after the timer goes off. I'll go through the comments later, but let's get some reading, some tasks, some work done in sprint number 2, and I'll see you in 40, everyone. Hello again, everyone. How was sprint number 2 for everyone else? I am sad to report I wasn't able to do much reading during the second sprint, so to make up for it, I will definitely do 5 sprints tonight. Like, I can't let it be that I wasn't able to read much during my own sprints, which is the goal of me doing sprints to read more. So I will do 5 sprints tonight. And that was sprint number 2. I'm just going to go through some of the comments again. Um, girl, like where I stopped at like 137. And I was like, wait, why am I not moving forward? Because like some things are coming up that I have to address and stuff. So I will definitely do 5 sprints. This can't be. I have to read. Yeah, let me. Okay, I stopped at Jessica's comment about doing chores and watching Yellow Jackets. Tiffany says, I discovered your channel through Reading Room. Oh, the Discord channel. Okay, it works. Discord works. Because I am a member of like multiple servers on Discord, so I share wherever I can share my links. But thank you for joining, Tiffany. I'm so glad to have you here. I hope you get to do some reading done as well. 5 spreads. Yes. I'm screaming right along with you, girl. I got to part 2 and I don't want to spoil anything, but something about Hamish's partner is what I'm going to say. All I'm going to say. I am like, what is going on? Like, oh my gosh, I will message you later about it. Definitely. Devin says it's 8:34 there earlier when I asked on a Sunday. It's pretty early. We're getting ready for a spring storm. What is a spring storm? A pretty bad one that can cause flooding or tornadoes. So I want to get the admin stuff done first. Girl, that's worrying. Is that normal in Florida? Like at this time of the year? In Spring Storm 2. Spring Storm. That's my first time hearing it. Like, Spring Storm. Wait. Rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow. That's like all of the bad combinations. I hope you'll be safe though. Stay safe. Bea says the poems are about patriarchy and toxic masculinity. Okay, I am sold. I'm sold. Has a cute, very cute cover, but I love that it's about patriarchy. This is an unfinished business since PVF, so ngayon pa lang kami magtutuos. So, it's been, at least you're getting through it. Like, I love that for you. And Eman is speaking about like rearranging his shelf. I admire you. If I have like lots of money, lots of time, I would maybe, or maybe someone would help me rearrange my shelf and like clean them because you have too many. I can relate. So like even my new hauls, like the new books that I got, they're not on the shelf yet because like I haven't rearranged it. I do not know where I'm gonna put the books that I got, honestly. And I even got additional 2 from like when I visited a thrift store yesterday, like a secondhand bookshop. I have 2 additional and I'm like, why am I doing this? Literally do not have shelf space. Like there are some books like behind the ones in front. So like I really don't know. Cuz like it's a pretty small shelf. So I don't know, maybe I'm going to put some inside some cabinets. I really don't know where I'm going to put them. This is also why I haven't done my book haul yet because like I do not know where I'm going to place them. Was a bit challenging to read in Tagalog, quite deep, I must say, and you have to dissect some lines. I think that's the best way to like digest poetry or like to enjoy poetry when it makes you think, when it makes you really pause and think about it. Like I love experiencing poems like that. You are halfway through Know My Name by Chanel Miller. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. How are you liking it so far, Tita D? It's a truly devastating book. Like I do not wish to experience the same pain that I was in when I was reading Know My Name, but it demands to be read. It demands to be experienced that way. Haven't started Know My Name yet. I want to read it, but the mood is not mooding. Yes. I do not recommend to read it when you're not in the right headspace for it. Like when I read this years ago, I was. I feel like I was okay enough mentally to be able to handle such a heavy topic. But if I were to read it now, I don't think I'm going to recommend reading it. Like, it's just so heavy, it's so very triggering. Sending you my link on Instagram for the Kickstarter. Thank you for sharing. Sure thing. Sure thing. Um, my Instagram is also down in the description box below, so you can send me a message. I would like to check out your Kickstarter. Currently at 21% and loving it. The one that you're reading, Keith, is wait, I'll have to backtrack. Yours truly, yes. Are you also listening to the audiobook or are you purely reading just with your eyes? I don't know why I always keep on asking people, like, why do I always keep asking people if they're also listening to the audiobook? I think I'm just a very supportive person of like listening to audiobooks while you're listening with your eyes. Might switch to the Truth Witch audiobook so I can pick up the house a little bit. Sounds like a plan. Truth Witch is a fantasy series, right? Because I remember it. I remember the cover pretty vividly, and like how there are different titles referring to the skill. I assume because like it's Blank Witch, or the next one is going to be this witch. I'm not describing that very well. Keith will go home in a few. Might continue on audio because I need to unpack from that work trip. Sounds like a plan. And you answered my question. You are going to listen. Huh? How do I English? You're also going to listen to the audiobook. Spring storms are normal for Florida. We're further south, so we don't get cold sleet, just really bad thunderstorms, downpour. And is it safe to assume, at least for me, that this is routine for you? Like, you get ready for it, like, every start of the season? Because, like, when I'm reading this, I'm like, because, like, I'm an anxious person, so I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to deal with that, like spring storms and all. Like to switch from time to time, depends on the book and the mood. Correct. So for me, it depends also on the genre, depends on the narrator. Like listening to the narrator, like it's a huge factor for me. Like if I'm not loving the accent, the diction, or just in general, the way that the voice actor for the audiobook is narrating it, I sometimes be like, you know what, I'll stick to reading with my eyes. So it's such a huge factor for me. Evan is done cleaning. I will be able to join you on your third sprint. Yes, which, speaking of, we are about to start. Again, we are doing the third sprint right now, but I've decided to do 2 more sprints after that. So I'm going to be doing 5 sprints tonight because I wasn't able to read at all during sprint number 2, which again is the point of me doing sprints, to be able to read with you guys. So with that, we are going to be doing sprint number 3. And I'll see you again in 40, everyone. Happy reading. Hello, everyone. How was sprint number 3? I am happy to report that I got to read. So that was good news. I got to page 152. So I started from 137. So that's still pretty good progress for me, considering how I was still doing a bit of work. So 152, not so bad. Not quite halfway yet, like maybe almost. Because like I don't want to check the total number of pages with like I'm scared to get spoiled. So I think there are like wait, let me check on Goodreads. Sunrise on the Arabian. To have the hardbound edition. Um, okay, that's the Kindle one. Hardcover is 282. Okay. So let me just read through some of the comments. I'm still enjoying it. Jessica was right. Like we're not quite in the game still. When I'm already in like 152 pages in, we're not still in the game. So like I'm like, how is that gonna happen? Like, is it gonna be halfway through the book? Like just the last quarter? I don't know. So okay, so Keith says I love doing memoirs and autobiographies and audio, especially if the author is the narrator as well. Correct. I love that as well. And speaking of memoirs, we were talking about um, Know My Name by Chanel Miller earlier, and she was the one reading her memoir, like the audiobook version. And I think the last one that I read was by Michelle Wu. Was it Wu? Um it's wait, I forgot the title of the memoir. Oh wait, no. I was talking about a different Michelle, but I have read Crying in H Mart by Michelle Zahner, and it was being narrated by the author as well. Hi, Vanessa. Welcome to the sprint. You're currently taking a small break from cleaning. Sounds very productive to me. I'm going to finish on Love Rose Lane by Samantha Young. I'm 61% in. Let me just Love Rose in. Wait. Love Rose Lane. Okay. I am a dumbass. Ooh, I assume again this is a romance book. Okay, it is. It's a steamy fake dating sports romance. So I know someone who is also in the chat. Vanessa has enjoyed some sports romance before because we were both talking about like pucking around. So Vanessa enjoys sports romance as well, or romance in general. So how are you liking it, Bea? Louis says, yay, I just finished reading Trials of Apollo by Rick Riordan. We'll head on to my last March 2025 TBR book, which is The Client by Josh Grisham. So this is a suspense, right? Because like as far as I know, that's what Josh Grisham books are about. Client Josh Grisham. Am I right? Okay, it is a suspense legal thriller. I haven't read a Josh Grisham book, but I always see his titles everywhere. As in, like when I go to bookstores, like just a lot of his books are there. Vanna says, "Happy sprinting, everyone. I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you for joining, Vanna, and I hope to see you next time." Tiffany also got to go. Good night, everyone. I hope to see you guys on my next sprints. Louis says, thank you so much for tonight. Ramsey, hope you had a lovely weekend. Thank you. It was a busy weekend for me, but at least I'm getting some reading done tonight. And thank you for joining, Louis. Also, hope you're going to be on my next sprints. Devon says, I'm getting ready to plan my week, trying to come up with an idea for launch day. Ooh, this is still related to the Kickstarter, right? For the box. Have you considered Devon to so just to share, I usually participate in book tours, so I do have some book tours lined up as well for the upcoming weeks and upcoming months. So maybe that could be an idea for the launch, maybe working with other creators or influencers to help boost launch day. Diane says, yeah, it's got to listen to 2 chapters, about 80 pages, now on chapter 8. Sounds a lot of progress to me. It's good. What My Bones Know, I have yet to read this. I'm assuming the author also narrates the audiobook for What My Bones Know. Because this is the book of the month for a different month, correct? For Top Bookish to me. It's going to be for May. Am I correct? Hi, Super. Wait, I forgot what we used to call you. Was it Rouge or Super? Super Rouge. Just joined. I'll be watching a K-pop group's variety show today. At some point, I might take a break to get back to reading Clytemnestra by Costanza Casati. So good. I'm loving this book. I am also seeing this book around. But I'm a bit not really overwhelmed, but I'm kind of scared to read it, as with any mythology book. That was me before I read Circe by Madeline Miller, because I was like, is the language accessible? Is the writing of the author accessible? Is it too flowery? Whatever. Do I need to be in a certain headspace to really get into the writing? And which K-pop group are you gonna watch the variety show of? Specifically, Hidden Oracle. I only read book 1 in the Trials of the Apollo series. Wait, is that what you're gonna read next? But you said you're gonna head on to The Client with Josh Bertram. It's Rouge. Okay, Rouge. So we have sprint number 4. So it just so happened that I was also informed that there would be a scheduled what do you call this, electro I forgot. There's gonna be a lights out thing in our town. Well, a lot of towns are gonna have no electricity starting 11. So I'm like, how am I gonna continue up to sprint number 5? So I will play it by ear. Maybe we can finish sprint number 4 at least, and I will really focus on reading this time. So I'm afraid if it might just be an awkward cutoff if I do sprint number 5 and our electricity dies down. So there's that. There's the scheduled power off. Power outage is what I was gonna say. There's a scheduled power outage starting at 11, they say. So let's see about that. And let's start sprint number 4 just so I won't just so we can get some reading done before the outage happens. And yeah, let's head on to sprint number 4. And hopefully I'll see you in 40 minutes. Happy reading, everyone. everyone. So that was such a perfect timing. Like it getting cut off as like the timer went up. Oh my gosh. So I am running on like a mobile data like right now with my phone. So I won't be able to do the fifth sprint, but it's just funny to me because like I really heard the timer went off. So and I just so happened to be at um page 170. So at least I got to read some more during the fourth sprint. And um what do you call this? So I think I really won't be able to do sprint number 5 anymore. Like I don't know how far my data would hold me over. And I literally just have like a random light in front of me. So I won't be able to anymore. Anyway, how was everyone else's sprint? Let's just go through some of the comments before I log off for tonight. But I think I'm still going to be doing some reading, just not during sprints because I don't know how my internet would be holding up. Let me just okay. It isn't really based on any myths. So this is the Clytemnestra, right? There's references, but it's nothing so intense. And I'm watching Going 17. Oh yeah, it's you, the one with the 17 variety show. I've seen this 4 times already. Yeah. Why is that? Is something going on? Yes, we had like the provider basically said that from like 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. there would be like a power outage like for our town and a few other towns. I'm on a story of Cuentong Buchero titled Suwail, and I love how the author introduces me to Chinese culture. Is is the author also Chinese? Like, but it's good to hear. How far are you in with Cuentong Buchero? Little progress. I took my dinner and I noticed that I only have 5 minutes left. Well, there is another set of sprint pa naman. Speaking of memoir, our book club will have another memoir this May. Yes, I was correct. It's going to be What My Bones Know. I forgot the author, Stephanie something. I don't know if I'm like remembering that correctly. It's interesting. I didn't know scheduled power outages were a thing. I live in Scotland and the only time we get power outages is through bad weather. Yeah, sometimes at least here, especially in the province, the providers do that. So either they're doing repairs or like just doing rotations when there's like a lack of the resource. So it's not like a new thing here. What memoir are you reading? We'll be reading a book. Okay, I was right. Stephanie, but I forgot the surname. It's Stephanie Fu, and it's What My Bones Know. Yes, correct. Rouge says the only memoirs I've read are Chris Jericho's, Anton Deck's, Matthew Perry's. Yeah, the Friends actor who died. Can spell his name, Matthew Perry and Will Smith. So at least for memoirs, the common denominator here is that yours are mostly celebrities. I also don't like gravitate towards memoirs unless they're by female authors. And if like I think there's just merit and like there's just more things to be relatable to when it's written by a female author. So there is Know My Name by Chanel Miller and like What My Bones Know by Stephanie Fu. There's also Crying in H Mart and Making a Scene by, I forgot her name. Okay, I won't lie, I don't know who that is. Okay, Stephanie Fu. I forgot who Stephanie Fu is, but What My Bones Know made waves like years ago in terms of like highly rated memoirs. I haven't read much of memoirs that is on men's perspective. This is also a good point. The only memoir that I devoured is When Breath Becomes Air. Yes, this is the one written by a doctor, right? And then I got spoiled towards like, I know it's a memoir and like there's no way you can get spoiled or anything, but something happens in the end where something happens to the author where I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but like I heard that it's really good, so I'm looking forward to reading that. Never heard that I need to read more books. Yes, need to do some more exploring. Don't know the difference between a memoir and an autobiography. Are they the same thing? No, they're not. So for autobiographies, they focus on someone else's like whole life. And I know there's also called something called biography. So like I think the difference between memoir and autobiography is that autobiography talks about the person's whole life, like from birth to death. And then if it's a memoir, it focuses on a certain theme in someone's life or focuses on a certain time in their life. So, for example, during the teenage years or like childhood to teenage to adulthood, but not talking about something else during their life. As far as I know, that's what the difference is. Not 100%. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Perfect timing. I know. I was struggling. I hope my camera is also holding up because of the speed. I'm literally just running on mobile data. I just posted, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I don't think we're going to be able to do the fifth sprint. I wish 2 episodes of going 17, so it was productive. Glad. Happy for you. Will this stay up as a recording? Um, Once the live is done, yes, it's going to be up as a recording. So there would be a record of like the stream getting cut off at the perfect timing. Obsessed with 70, yes. Yes, Filipino Chinese. That makes sense. That makes sense. How long does the power outage stay on for? Does it stay long? Because I'd be worried about my fridge. Yeah, that's also true. Because like sometimes it could go up to like even 12 hours. So like if you have things in your fridge that could go bad, shrugs. But at least for this one, it's gonna last until like 5 a.m. And thank God it's not summer yet, where I would die if I don't have like a fan on. That makes sense. I've never read a memoir by a female author. I'm not against reading them though. I don't know. I just read from celebrities I love. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong about that as well. But it's best to like not assume, but like I know there are lots of memorable memoirs out there as well. There's this memoir by something in the Dream House. Is it called In the Dream House? Where the memoir is okay, I was right. It's by Carmen Maria Machado, and it's told in a way where it's very inventive. I forgot what the twist was, but like she hold on. Okay. She uses classic horror themes to write her memoir. So it's still a memoir, but like there's like horror themes in it. So I have heard only good things about it. Or autobiography. Yeah, because like it tackles their whole life. I hope they nope, they don't. They just be like, you just be surprised that the light is back on. Or sometimes you're already sleeping and then you'll be like, why is it suddenly so breezy? Or something like that. So, because the fan will be on just so you'll know the electricity is back. Thanks for doing this. See you on our group chat. It's also nice to meet you. Yes, it's always lovely chatting with like creators because like you have a face behind the accounts that you follow and that you admire. And I hope to see you again soon, Emma. And it's always lovely chatting with you and you joining this friends. Let me know though which event you're going to be attending next time so I can meet you again. I read that third perspective POV. Which one was this? I think the best men. Oh, yeah, I have read this. I have read Educated by Tara Westover. And if I remember correctly, follows this family where they live up on the mountains, I believe. And the children don't have or don't attend schools, as in like formal schooling. So they've been homeschooled for most of their childhood. I forgot, but like it's a really good book. It's a really good one. I tell a lie. I have Kim Ji Young, 1982. So I think that's yeah. I haven't read this, but have you read this one? I've heard about that one by Carmen. Yes, Carmen Maria Machado. I love the one by Viola Davis. Ooh, yeah. This one, what do you call this? It also made waves with memoirs, and I am so interested to, what do you call this? To read celebrity memoirs as well. But I think also because Viola Davis is such like, there's like she exudes like regal, regal energy. She's just this bad bitch vibes. And at the same time, she feels like so kind. So I feel like I want to read Viola Davis memoir. Oh, I also read like the one by Michelle Obama. So I think I gravitate towards like female authored memoirs instead. Oh, okay. Carmen Maria Machado. So it's told in the third person POV and has like horror themes in it. So I was like, that's so unique. It's such a unique way to go about your memoir. And it being nonfiction too. Haven't read it yet, but I really want to because I love Korean culture and I want to learn more about it. Yeah, like especially if you're obsessed with like 17. As for me, obsessed with BTS, so I totally get where you're coming from. Actually, my Duolingo is reminding me to do my lessons because like I am taking up Korean lessons in Duolingo. I used to like with books and stuff, but I feel like I need to have like a sit down classroom setting to actually learn the language. So anyway, I digress. See you sa sunod na ganap. I'll try to go to Water Moon event. Yes, the one in BGC. We can meet up after. I think it's gonna be in BGC, right? The Water Moon event signing, or the author is gonna be there. So yes, but for now, I'll see you in a group chat. And again, I don't think we're gonna be able to do sprint over 5. But speaking of sprints, the other Pam, I'm not sure yet is if she's gonna be able to join the next weekend's sprint because she is set to like host that one in her channel. But for now, in case she won't be able to host it, it's going to be on my channel as well. Going to be a solo sprint, but I do have a scheduled solo sprint this coming Tuesday. That's Tuesday my time. It's gonna be the same hour, which is like 7:30. Hopefully, no power outages that night. But it's gonna be this coming Tuesday because we have like a national holiday for our Muslim brothers and sisters. So Tuesday. I hope to see you guys on Tuesday. It's gonna be solo sprints again, still here in my channel. If you want to join more sprints today or tonight, you can check the Google Sheets also in my description below for other creators who are or who may be doing some sprints right now. And you can check the schedule in case you want to get some reading or work done in specific days, because they have it on a per day basis, as in like it's organized according to days. Like then there's lists of creators. But again, hopefully I'll see you on Tuesday, and I hope I get to do some more reading with Sunrise on the Reaping. I think I'm almost in the halfway mark, and we are now almost on the interview stage of the Hunger Games. So not quite in the games yet, but I'm scared. Like I know a bit of what's gonna happen to Haymitch coming from like the Hunger Games trilogy, but I don't know how we're gonna get there, and it scares me. But anyway, just going through some of the comments before we end. Not in the app, but I'm learning Korean. I can't say full sentences, but I can introduce myself in Korean. That's still good. That's still good. The book signing. Oh, yes. Okay, this one. SM Aura, still at BGC, which is at Book Nook, which I've yet to visit. I want to visit Book Nook. Speaking of, they're having a comeback soon, since all the members are free from the military. Yes, very, very soon. Just a few more months. Because, like, they all came one by one. So, like, they're also going to leave the military one by one. Nice meeting you, Super Rouge. I've been listening in. Thank you for this sprint. Now, chapter 9 out of 14. That's so close. Are you going to be reading some more, Tita D? Hopefully, I'll see you around. So, Eman is usually also joining my sprint, like also endorsing it and promoting it all the time, which I'm very thankful for. See you at the Talk Bookish to Me PH. Fam in the group chat. Yes, I need to be more active as well. Yeah, oh my gosh. Is that why they've been doing like lots and lots of concerts lately? Because I have a friend who goes to almost all of their concerts. Like she's almost always in Korea. Good night, Pam. Good night, Emma. Yes. So let's wrap it all up. Sorry we won't be able to have sprint number 5, but I am glad you all got some reading and work done. I myself will try to read given the light that I have. And again, I will have sprints this coming Tuesday. I hope to see you all there. We can get some more reading and some more work done. But for now, I am signing off. My mobile data is hanging on there. And going to oh no. Understandably. Hoping to see you there. Bye everyone. Thank you for joining the sprints.